Hey guys, this is Ashley Williams from Legacy Farms Coffee. Today we were looking over some questions from some of our customers and people that just follow us on social. And they'd asked quite a few questions about some of the guys that work on the farm. I know that dealing with fair trade, everyone's wanting to make sure that they buy a quality product that takes care of the workers. Um, we've had quite a few workers that have been deemed permanent workers, which means they get vacation. We put back for their retirement, things like that. And so my oldest worker on the farm, he's been with us since the day we opened up the main farm. His name is Santos. We actually bring in a coffee from his farm. It's sold to a buddy of mine named Jose at Third Day. And Jose is going to be with us on Tuesday night to do a live interview. But Santos came to work with us. We started out paying a little bit better than other farms, so we had quite a few people that are interested in working with us. Santos walked, it was something like an hour and 40 minutes each way to work every day, 6 days a week. So I've always enjoyed him. I've always appreciated and respected him. He has been one of the guys that I butt heads with more than anybody else. He is the world's worst about just not showing up every once in a while. At least a day or two a month, he just didn't show up. We got those things worked out, but it took about 8 years. And finally, we sat down and talked one day, and it got a few things worked out. But we've had a lot better streak this last year than we have. He really stood out and shined during COVID when I was stuck in the States. They were there for 4 or 5 months just on their own. We had to work out schedules where the day I left a stack of Lempira is the Honduran money. I left a stack of $500 bills. So it was up to him to design everybody's pay to where it rounded out to 500. And so he was put in with a whole lot of money. I think it was like 70,000, 80,000 that we left there. We sold a lot of low grade coffee that we usually roast and sell on the streets. We sold a lot of it in bulk so that he would have enough money to pay, because during COVID, nobody knew what was going to happen. We were all going to die. And so he really shined, as well as Anna and Bahidio. Those three guys took over all the running of the farm, did everything that I would normally do or found somebody to do it. And it really worked out well while we were gone. We had to leave a cat behind, which was a family pet. And so they took care of the cat for months, and the dog as well. So we really depend on those guys. And here as late, they've really stepped that up a notch. We've had a lot of meetings and have them studying a lot of material, especially the two guys, Bahidio and Santos. But today we're going to talk about Santos for a couple of minutes. Santos has Frandy, Bexabe, and I can't remember or pronounce the little girl's name. I'll think of it in a few more minutes. But his wife, Daisy, we've been able to help her start a little store in her house. Santos works for us on the farm. He also has a tiny farm where he exports coffee through us, and we found him a buyer, which I mentioned, Jose. Jose buys all the coffee that Santos produces. So it doesn't have to come through us. We just export it for him and bring it in with our coffee. But the farm has a bank, which we've been able to loan Santos money 2 times to buy 2 separate farms. So he's got a total of 3 little bitty tiny farms. This year, everything is not in production, full production. This year, he's going to have about 375 pounds of green coffee, which is unroasted coffee. So his wife's able to stay at home. She runs the little store. She does come in during selecting time, which is probably the first week of April through the first week of June. She'll come in and work 5 to 6 days a week doing that. But all totaled, their little extra business and then the exporting has really made a big difference in their income. And for bonuses every year, one year we went in and did a water to his house. He didn't have water at his house. We wired it with electricity. We actually paid somebody to wire this house for us and provide them with electricity in the house. So those things have made a big difference. A new bathroom and shower, things like that, as well as roof, and built on some extra rooms. Frandy's turning 16 this year, and so he's getting his own room. So it's made a big difference in the quality of his life, the things that he's able to do now, the schools that his kid was able to go to, or kids that were able to go to, versus just public. They're able to bus them a little bit and get to that better school, especially for the high schooler. His name is Frandy. So we're hoping that we've made a difference, and that was the whole idea behind the naming of the farm, Legacy Farms. Hopefully, to leave a legacy behind. Obviously, this is a picture of Santos, but like I say, he has been one of our oldest workers. And if you guys ever have any questions, Legacy Farms Coffee at hotmail.com, or same thing, Legacy Farms Coffee, Legacy Farms 2010 at Instagram. Watch some of the videos we have on YouTube, but feel free to send me questions, and we will be glad to answer them as fast as we can. Usually I can get back to you within a day or so. But stay tuned and watch some of the other videos. We're going to do Bahidio, Anna, the brothers Santos and Pedro, Santiago and Pedro are going to be coming up next. So stay tuned, share it, like it. Thanks a lot, guys.